What is up, Chuck? Wow. I'm wondering, how did the Packers ever beat the Cowboys? After watching that game last night, jeez. I sat there and bet money on the Packers and they let me down. But one thing for sure, I'm grabbing Watson in fantasy football next year. Dude got 5 touchdowns in 2 weeks. Now, I want to say thank you to everybody that subscribed to the page and just arrived now that we've gone live. I want to also say thank you to everybody that hit the like button coming through the door. Definitely do that. And let's get into teams that are playing surprisingly bad or awful right now. And I think that's a conversation we need to have. Because there's a lot of teams playing bad. Period. And I think that needs to be addressed. One of the teams that are playing bad, Golden State Warriors. The defending champions of the NBA. They're playing god-awful basketball to me. It's not looking like last year at all. And this is coming from a lot of people are blaming, as they just sent their center to the G League because it's just not clicking with him. And I'm seeing that now. So they reduced his minutes and it just like reduced his confidence. His confidence it's all mental with him. But I don't know if he's even ready for the NBA. Some people have all the skills and they just like, man, dude, you got the skills. Like, what is wrong with you, man? Yeah, they just sent, I can't even think of his name. I think it started with a W. They just sent him to the G League. Their number 1 draft pick. Came from Memphis. Wiseman, that's it. They sent Wiseman over to the G League. James Wiseman. But he's not the reason. The team is out of sync defensively. They don't really have a big man to defend, but they're late on a lot of plays, and then they're not executing. Klay Thompson is a shell of himself, and everybody said, well, okay, with another season under his belt, he'll get his legs back. Klay is what you would call a pure shooter. He's a pure shooter. So if anything is off in the mechanics, it could throw your shot off. And in the game, it's like his shot is coming short every time. He's not getting the same lift. Even though, it's like a stroke, like you got a stroke of a shot. If something's off in that mechanics, that shot is not going to go in. And when you're a pure shooter like Klay, he's not getting friendly bounces and rolls. Normally, it's hitting the front of the rim, which means you're not getting enough height on the shot. And the shot looks good when he shoots it. And then, but the biggest problem with him is defensively. Defensively, he's not been up to par. He's not played up to snuff. And Clay has so much pride, and you feel so bad for him because this is a guy you want to depend on time and time again. It's like, this is Klay Thompson. You don't go from being the guy down to nobody just like that. So naturally he feels some sort of way. I would expect him to feel a lot of ways. No. If people understood what it really takes in this game, then they would understand a lot more than what they understand now. Steph has been playing out. He's been playing like Steph, but he's been having to do a lot more than he should be when they paying all these guys. And Draymond's playing like a guy who's about to be going out of town. Like, he's trying, but he's trying to get the guys who got the money to, like, hey, what's going on here? Y'all paid these guys the money. And Jordan Poole, he's doing Jordan Poole. Might give you 16. Might give you a game, you get 27. But defensively, is he going to be locked in? No. Wiggins hasn't been outstanding. And I told you, they were at their last run was last year. That was it. They were done. They got nothing else left to prove. And everybody's like waiting on them to turn it on. Here's the thing. They're older. Other teams play like them now. Almost everybody in the NBA plays like the Golden State Warriors. That motion offense, everybody's moving, stretch five. So everybody's moving. By the way, Bad Boy Pistons first team with a stretch five, but it's neither here nor there. We'll continue. Now, what's the next thing on the list? Next team? That was the main team to me that was disappointing to start the season off. But I kind of knew they'll make the playoffs, but they're faltering. The next team that's surprisingly playing this bad, the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I had the team being god-awful, but never did I think they would start off like this. This is better than I've ever imagined. With the talent that they have, they should be a lot better. For what they did have on the court, they were a lot better. And this team was picked to be near the top of the NBA charts when it came to playing basketball. They were the best, the absolute best of the best. And everybody got them going to the championship. They got the media coverage, or at least contend for a championship now. All they got to do is get rid of Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook isn't the problem. He isn't the solution either, but he isn't the problem. Now you got him coming off the bench and convinced him to be a six man, and he's playing better, but the team is still losing. They won their last game, and that might be the turnaround that this team needs. They won a game without LeBron James in the lineup, by the way. So this changes a lot of what people believe. Well, the Lakers probably want to make another spot available. They want to bring in another talent. That's what you do when you want to bring in other talent. You start sending people down. The Clippers aren't disappointing me at all. They're a team that consistently wins no matter who's out of the lineup. That's how you know you got a good team. You know, you seeing the Lakers struggle with teams that's not going to be in the playoffs. And they play the bad boy Pistons tonight, baby. Yeah, it's been a mess. I should have cleaned my phone and did all that stuff before I made the video, because they're not sending out like any notifications or nothing. Pistons just got to learn how to close the game. Down the stretch, they're so young and sporadic and got this talent. It's just that they just don't know how to close the games. Well, with the talent they had on the court, it was clear and abundant they had enough to win. But when you got guys that are starting while LeBron James is out and they're still not winning games, or you're getting nothing out of them, I guarantee you, Kendrick Nunn go to any other team in the NBA, he'll kill. That's not the problem. Kendrick Nunn isn't the problem. It's the style of play. And because of the way they're playing, it's hindering their success. They're too stagnated. No movement. It's just like everything's dragging with the Lakers. So slow. Which brings me to the next team. The Chicago Bulls. Oh my goodness. The Chicago Bulls. Well, I knew the team sucked. One, it's the way Donovan coaches. Donovan is good when he has young players. He's really good with a young team. With a young team, he's able to coach. He's able to do the right things that he needs to do. Now, the main problem you have is that with a young team, you have 16 to 17 to maybe 18 different reasons as to why a situation is the way it is. But he's really good with working with young talent, getting them to buy into his system. The problem is he got players on this team who wasn't there. I mean, that was there before, and they're stuck in their ways. Like Zach LaVine, who's not going to buy into the coach's system. He's going to buy into the Zach LaVine way of scoring points. Then you have the DeMar DeRozan. Now, they don't play well together. Everyone thinks they do. They do not. He's not the fit for DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan needs to play with a point guard, not a scoring two guard. Because then you have, okay, you go, I go type of basketball, which is more ISO when it needs to be more fluent ball movement. Now, the problem is they have so much talent, they just don't know what to do with it. Alex Caruso is 10 times better defensively than half of the players they got. And he plays well with Dragic on the floor. And that's why they always bring those guys out as the two, because they train together, they practice together, so they know where to go. So he knows if Dragic is moving here, they know where to go, because Dragic is a facilitator and he could actually score. He's a left-hand wizard. Now, I don't like him in my games because I'm betting against the Bulls all the time because I know the team is very stupid. So I said, well, this team is stupid, so I bet against them all the time. And when Dragic is in there, I'm in trouble because he's already cost me 2 games from his interference. He needs to be on the Pistons or somewhere other than. He does not need to be on the doggone Chicago Bulls. Oh, Vucevic, he's stupid. All you got to do is run him in pick and roll. He gets confused defensively. He don't know who to guard, and then you can score on him. Sure, he can hit an open 3, and then he'll hit a jump hook here and there, but Vucevic is your problem. Defensively, he gets lost, and everybody likes Vu. I'll trade Vu in a minute. You're not going to win a championship with him anyway. He's so confused, he don't know what the hell's going on. LeBron want him, send him to LeBron. Oh, and then DeFrozen. I mean, he's a mid-range shooter. He's a good complementary role player. He's not to be the main guy of the team. If every time he's been the main guy of the team, he chokes. Every time. He's frozen in every single playoff series he's had. Oh, Bulls fans are delusional. They're some of the worst. They actually believe that they're like going to win a championship or become close. Some of the fans are not. But the younger fans, they're very delusional. I mean, when you get beat by Grayson Allen eliminates you when the number 2 guy on the team is out for the rest of the season and is not playing anymore, and you come with Grayson Allen, I said, wow, Grayson Allen is going to be the guy. I mean, he's not even the top 6 man of the team. And you let one guy put you out of the playoffs. Grayson Allen whooped them in both home games in Chicago. They didn't win that one game at home. It was awful. Then you're looking at DeRozan, like, where is he at? And he's somewhere hiding. Getting outscored by Grayson Allen. It's just... I never will. That's probably his worst performance in a playoffs ever. He was a no-show. Exactly, Sean. Yeah, the Bulls are horrendous. Oh, look, just on clockwork. The Bulls win 1 game out of 5, and he brings up the 1 game DeMar DeRozan had 41 points in. The only game they won. He scored 41 in 1 game, like there weren't 4 other games. What did he do in the other 4 games? That's why this is the delusion we talk about. You're holding on to 1 game, and they lost 4 other ones, and it was because of him. He's a regular season player. Exactly. He is exactly a regular season player. Sean, you called it. He shows right up for them sorry Bulls. Yeah, he know they're not going anywhere. Another team, the Miami Heat. You just signed Tyler Hero to all this money, and they are. I think it's the younger players. Once they get the money, they just don't. They forget how to play, and it's like Eric exposed. I don't know what's going on with him and Jimmy Butler, but they have a problem. Jimmy's doing what he wants to do, and it seems like nobody's changing anything. Everything is staying the same. It's stagnant. I expected more movement, more flow. I'm not seeing any of it. Nothing at all. They're playing like a 500 basketball team, and they should be way better than what they are. To me, they're playing like god awful. They're just going through the motions. It's the first month of the season. Don't really mean anything. Anybody can catch a rhythm once they like figure it out, but it don't even look like they're close. They had one game where you're like, okay, it's going to start coming together, and then they just fall off the planet. Completely fall off the planet. Yeah, it's like something's going to have to go. If you're going to keep Eric as the head coach, you might have to move Jimmy. I mean, because it's like those two are like oil and vinegar. They're not going to get along for some reason. I don't know why. Then they love each other for a game, then they don't get along again. So I don't get it. The days should be a lot better than what they are. I'm very disappointed in them. And mostly, it's all about decision making down the stretch with Miami. They'll have a stint where they don't score any points for like about 4 or 5 minutes. That should never happen with a Miami Heat team. They don't have a lot of turnovers. That's what keeps them in the game, because they do a lot of hand-to-hand passes. Hand-to-hand passes is when somebody come to the ball and get the ball. They don't do a lot of bounce passes and throwing the ball, swinging it. They're not a swinging it team. That lessens your turnovers. The Atlanta Hawks. Well, the Atlanta Hawks are a team that I expected them to be right where they are. I don't really see them any worse or better. To me, they're right where they need to be. The league is looking weak. Well, they've taken away. It's very limited what people could do. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody's averaging 30 now. Look how many people are averaging 30. Kevin Durant is probably ranked 6 in scoring, and he's averaging 30 points a night. Luka Doncic is averaging, 34 points a night. So, everybody's putting up 30s. So if you come in here like, man, he had 27 last night, I'd be like, Luka didn't have 40-point triple doubles. So I'm like, what are we talking about right now? Another team to me that's been playing surprisingly bad is the 76ers. And Joel Embiid, to me, has not played well. They talking about MVP because he had 59 points in the game. He still, to me, is not doing what he needs to be doing. To me, I think they talking about MVP. I'm like, where? How? James Harden has been keeping them alive and all the other players. But they still haven't played up to par. They've been playing like awful. Defense is terrible. They're talking about firing Doc just last week. Embiid's decision making down the stretch has been god awful. They've lost a lot of games due to him. He's turning over the ball and then he's crying. They don't like me. I'll be like, nobody likes you. Score the ball. Then they like you. Get a rebound. Get a block. In a pressure situation, I don't want you out there shooting no tippy-toe three. Get your butt in the paint. You being shut down by a point guard. Maxey really hasn't done anything. Like, he's really, like, guys are on to him. Like, when he had that hot season 2 years ago and he was killing people, they weren't expecting him. Now people like game plan for him. So it's a lot different. So, because he hasn't really been burning it up. Oh, the Brooklyn Nets, well, no one expected them to be this bad early on, but no one expected them to go through what they've been going through. You know, we all know what their problems are. But even with Kyrie Irving, they had problems. It was not just head coach and general manager. You got one guy who's mentally checked out. Then you got another guy who's mentally checked out. And can nobody, they're too small. You got terrible lineups. And they just need somebody to step up. And finally, Ben Simmons steps up once my money's on the other team. And he cost me a bet. That was the night you're supposed to stand down, not stand up. You want to come and play and look like a little bit like Ben Simmons of old when my money's on the line? I didn't like that. I didn't like how I know Portland's real stupid. See, that's the thing. Portland's always going to be Portland. No matter who they are not. They might as well blow that team up, get rid of Dame, and just keep it moving. Oh, well, the Chicago Bears, we know they stink. Everybody will tell you that, except for if you're a delusional Bear fan. Justin Fields, I said 3-win season. They had how many wins now? 3. Do I see them winning another game in the NFL this season? Nope. They're done. Done, and done. Western Conference Finals, I would say Luka Doncic versus the Clippers. Dallas and the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. And now I'm going to have to go with They need to trade Dame. No. No, the Bears suck. I predicted them to be terrible. You got Justin Fields running the ball. They might as well just put him as a running back.
Stop with the Justin Fields hate. I don't want to hear it. Justin Fields is a star. Justin Fields is a star.
You hear that? A star running back.
But you didn't say that about Lamar Jackson, did you?
No, Lamar Jackson's winning games.
What? Yeah, that's because he has a better team. Look at the team Lamar has around him, dude.
Yeah, what is he doing? You know who his star receiver is? The tight end.
Yeah, the Bears don't have a star tight end. The Bears don't have a star anything. It's Justin Fields and nobody.
Yeah.
So what's your excuse?
Justin Fields can't throw the ball. That's why he only throws like 20 throws a game.
No, it's because we have a certain play
30
style.
running plays.
No, our offensive coordinator, we have a certain play style right now because we don't have the talent around them.
Oh, now you don't? What happened to Mooney?
We're the number one team in rushing the ball because we don't have
What happened to
receivers.
Mooney? You got Claypool. You got what's happening?
Yeah, those guys aren't stars, dude. Those are both
they're
number
not
two.
stars. So
Those are both
Lamar
number
Jackson
two.
got stars.
You just said he's a star tight end.
I said the only person he throw it to is a tight end. I didn't say he was a star. He's only a star because he's catching the ball from Lamar Jackson.
He's not a star. He's a top 3 tight end.
Because that's the only person he throws to.
That's not why, though.
Yeah, it is. Everybody knows he targets that tight end because he can't read. He only got like one read, and he goes to the tight end.
Who are you betting on tonight? Bulls or Magic in Chicago?
I stayed away from that game because I'm on to bet Orlando.
Bet on the Bulls. You know we're going to beat the
I
Magic.
don't trust the Bulls as far as I can kick them.
No, but dude, you were actually right in that stream I was watching.
Of course. I know.
Well,
I'm
no,
still on the stream now.
I know.
And we're still talking about
no, but dude,
how terrible the Bulls are.
Vucevic is bad defensively, and then
Of course.
Billy Donovan needs to go. We're not going to go anywhere unless we fire Billy Donovan.
Not really. It's not really his fault.
Yes, it is, dude. His coaching style sucks.
No, I don't.
You said it perfectly. He coaches young players.
Yeah, he coaches young talent. And when you got somebody like Zach LaVine who's been in the league all this time, he's not going to listen to that coach.
Yeah, so we need somebody new.
No, you need to get rid of Zach LaVine. That's part of your problem.
I know,
but y'all paid him like $200 million.
We're probably going to have to wait out to the rest of for the rest of the season.
But your whole team structure is awful.
We play too much ISO ball. We gotta move around.
That's exactly what I said.
No, but Billy Donovan was talking about in before the season how he wanted to see more random offense and how he's going back to the ISO ball. It's so stupid.
Well, don't worry. When you guys get in the playoffs and lose to the Bucks again, then that'll be great.
What you saying?
All right. So what y'all finna do? You and Dad?
What?
So what you and Dad finna do today?
What's me and Dad gonna do?
First?
We're gonna watch the Bulls game at 7. And I'm gonna go to my grandma's.
Oh, okay. You going over there for the weekend?
When can I spend the night?
What year is it?
What?
So what year is it?
No, but dude, I want to play basketball with you.
This year with this thing and the chips, like I asked an hour ago.
Yeah.
We gotta play basketball.
All right.
Can we go play basketball in the morning?
Oh, we might.
Pick me up though. Yes. Pick me up.
So you can start arguing? No way.
Are we gonna go to David Buster's first?
You going to who's?
David Buster's?
Who going there?
You told me you would.
We did?
Yes.
I don't remember that. But okay.
We gotta play with
Okay.
basketball.
I gotta see if they got a reservation for us.
Where?
Oh, do we need reservations at Dave and Buster's? You got a card?
Yeah, I got like 50.
You got 50 cards?
Look. Some of them have tickets on them, or some of them have.
Oh my God! Why do you have all those cards?
I don't know.
You should have them consolidate that.
I probably have them.
Hey, can I stay over next week?
The cards too, because they, I think they charge you for them too.
They charge you for those cards?
I think so when you sign up or you pay in the beginning.
Can I stay over next weekend?
I'll see. All right. We'll see if you've been nice.
Grab the garbage, please.
Bet on the Bulls.
There's heavy, so you can grab both.
Oh wait, I gotta get my phone.
Bet on the Bulls, dude. If we listen to
I
Magic,
carry your bag and you can carry the other ones down. You have your charger, right?
No,
No,
my
you're
dad
not
said I
bringing it.
can't bring it.
Okay.
My phone's at 98 though.
All right.
Yeah, he can leave for
Because
everyone.
he lost another one.
Oh my God, Troy.
I'm gonna buy one at Target tomorrow.
What are you doing?
Probably my mom. Huh?
All right. Yeah.
I hate how it's dark already.
And you and Gab got a whole day, full day together. That way you can finish the edit. Y'all almost done with that one. Yeah, we talking about all the teams that suck this season. I'm like, everybody that's costing me money. Yeah, Ben Simmons decided to play basketball last night and cost me the game. Everybody's like, he finally showed up. I was pissed. Yeah, the one I sent you won. Yeah, I know. Please. I sent him some bets to play. Because I said, you play these, you're going to win. And in a blowout, they were supposed to cover. What, you going to take the trash to the car? They supposed to win by 3 points, maybe 5. They won by like 30. And I said, ain't no way Tulane finna lose. This is the easiest bet of the night. And I told him, I'm like, bet it. Is that your football? Why do you have it out here? Man, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy. Leaving y'all stuff outside, thinking it's gonna be there. Y'all think people rich. He just got his football outside. Just outside. Just laying it outside. Anybody could just take it and go.
It's deflated completely. And I don't have a pump, so there's really no reason.
So who else sucked? We talked about the Packers costing me money last night.
Packers suck ass.
Who is this?
What? What?
This girl here.
Oh.
Is that a new neighbor? What is going on here?
Gosh, these people calling me.
Oh, I think that's the lady from downstairs. Is that your girlfriend?
No, dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got like 15 of them.
No, they're calling my friends that are girls keep calling me.
Yeah, the girl. He chill him out. He don't even answer. He's like, I'll talk to him later. He just kick him to the side.
They like spam call me. It's kind of annoying. Trying to do something, and every time, every 5 minutes, I get a ring.
Yep.
Yeah, I got 10 cards right here.
10 of them. Big baller.
I'm probably just gonna combine all these cards to one.
Yeah, definitely. I'm glad you at least kept up with him. Oh, this the food bank, giving away the food.
Did you email the football place?
Yeah, they got something going on tonight. Somebody rented it out.
Alright.
They said Gavin's too old now. He's 14.
Last time we went there was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, Bulls have a bad roster. It's not really the roster. They got a bad situation. They have a bad coach. For what they're doing. Like if you get another coach in there who is more authoritative, like if they had M.A. Udoka, they would listen to him. He's not a terrible coach. He's just basic, like he wants someone to buy into the system that he's running. And if you deviate from that, like DeMar DeRozan's not going to listen to that coach. He's going to do what he wants to do. He's going to try to do some of the things the coach wants, but he's going to resort back to doing what he always do. ISO ball, pull up jump shots. That's it. That's good and fine and dandy. You'll score every now and then, but you got to be able to stop people. And the Bulls don't seem to know how to play defense collectively. So that's why they suck. Quinn Snyder's not even in the league anymore. I don't know where Quinn Snyder went. Is he even coaching? It's amazing how Utah can find all these coaches. Oh, they've been looking to fire Doc. It's going to be the Doc or Joel Embiid if they don't win it this year. I got them going to the Eastern Conference Finals. I have the Dallas Mavericks versus the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. Then I have Brooklyn and Philly in the Eastern Conference Finals. Kawhi can't stay healthy. No, he has a condition. He has a medical condition which allowed him to play limited games. He had permission from the league. He has a arthritic condition in his knees, which makes it harder for him. So when he did have that injury, like ACL, MCL, it was much more severe for him to come back. So if he gets soreness of the knee, they just gonna sit him down. But the team managed to stay afloat, unlike the Lakers. Shoebox is one of the top. He's leading the NBA in like double doubles, and the Lakers had him. Oh yeah, Lakers and Pistons tonight. You know it. Let's go. Oh yeah, we had a great Cobra Kai night. That was great last night. Everybody was rocking with me. We was Cobra Kai out. Nah, the league has changed. Everybody's scoring now. Well, if you want to talk about the Bucks, what's wrong with the Bucks with Brady? Of course, they sucking right now, but they turning it around. But the problem ain't Brady. Everybody's like, it's the wife. It's nothing to do with that whatsoever. The receiving core is not 100% at all, and definitely we gotta just learn how to play with what we got. So like Julio Jones is shot, so we gotta put him in a position to where we can run routes that he can get, because he's a shell of himself now. Godwin is not 100%. He came back way too quick. Mike Evans, we got to ride him all the way into the ground. Hopefully he can still, stand, because he's the only thing we got. Running game is non-existent, and we're passing way too much. Defensively, we are definitely not where we need to be. David is definitely a shell of himself now. The guys are putting a block, they're sending a block to hit White every time they run the ball. So their guys are learning how to get back by the two linebacker crew. David has not been carrying his weight. And then they're going after the cornerbacks. And you got a couple guys out. So the defense has not been the defense that it's been for about the last 3 to 4 years. That's why in the NFL, you got a good defense. It normally lasts 3 to 4 years because players are going in and out. And now Dominican Sue is on the Eagles. The Eagles keep adding all these stars to their team. Oh man, Watson. Oh man, 5 touchdowns in two weeks. He could have had about 3 or 4 if Aaron Rodgers would have threw him the damn ball. All he had to do was let it go. He was frying the guy every time they yelled hike. That guy who was guarding him couldn't guard a doggone light pole. He was terrible. And I'm like, he was just so afraid like he was going to throw an interception or something. He would not throw the ball. That was the most irritatingest thing to watch. I'm like, throw it. Just throw it. Every time he threw it in his direction, Watson caught it. Even the last catch of the game, he caught it right at the goal line. And it was 4th and 1, and you don't even throw it. You even tried to run it, and they were waiting for that. Everybody's blaming LaFleur, saying he's too young for the coaching job. He needs to be fired. And I'm like, look, Rodgers got to go. You got to start getting a quarterback now. Somebody who's ready to pull the trigger. Because you can't waste Watson's years. Because you're going to end up going to go to another team and just go off.
It's really not Matt LaFleur's fault. It's Rodgers likes to change up the plays. Like,
well, if that's what's happening, then one of them got to go.
I think Rodgers is gonna retire after this year. This is probably his last year.
Yeah, well, he's playing like it, because he just cost me last night. I tried to ride the wave after the Dallas win. I'm like, all right, we can get it back tonight with Tennessee. But nope. He went right back to being Troy in the building. He was like, salute, Troy in the building. Yeah, he ain't been over in a long time. They thought you was Siri, like the car, like, hey Siri. They thought Troy was Siri all this time. That's funny. Sharon Rodgers is over. Yeah, he's over for. And then all you got is Watson. I was like, Watson is out here making great catches. I'm like, get that dude the ball. He's ready. He's ready to be a star. Get him the ball. He's making plays. He's getting open. I'm like, in the end zone, he was by himself. Rodgers couldn't miss him. They can't guard that guy. You got to get your playmakers the ball so they can make plays. We're going to have to get that guy and get Tom Brady Watson right now. We need to get on the phone, get him Julio Jones, make that trade right now, send Julio to Green Bay and give us Watson. Tom Brady will show you what to do. Watson have 4 touchdowns a week. The Lizard Man made some plays. He's a possession receiver. Lazard, yeah, the Lizard, he made a couple, but he made up for the drop he had. But he's not Watson. Watson got 50-50 hands. No, I wouldn't say that. He had the one drop. He's a rookie. He had one drop. That 1 week, he dropped that open touchdown. Other than that, he's been catching everything. It was the other Rodgers guy. They got rid of him quick, right after that game.
Did you see the Texans signed him?
The Texans picked him up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like right after.
Wow, they see hope and promise in that guy who keep dropping the ball?
I mean, they need someone. They'll take anything at this point.
Yeah, I guess so. He dropped 2 against Dallas. He had the most drops. Amari Rodgers had the most drops of any player in the NFL in his position.
His career catches was 8 and his career fumbles was 7, which is that's depressing. Career stats: career catches 8, career fumbles 7.
You gotta be kidding me. That can't be a stat. That cannot be a statistic. That's hilarious. Troy cooking them. Yeah, that's fast. Oh man, you could always bet. I know, I bet on it because they always lose to Green Bay. That's how I stuck Thomas. Packers could be 0-15 and still beat Dallas. That's right. When you got somebody's number, you got their number. Steelers beating the Bengals. I always stay away from that game because those games, the Steelers always beat the Bengals. I would never forget that game. The Bengals had beat them in the playoffs. The game was over, and this dude got like a personal foul. They stopped him. The game would have been over. They got a personal foul. A personal foul, 15 yards. I think it was Pac-Man Jones. It was like 2 15-yard penalties back to back. The personal fouls. Like they were stopping him and it cost them. Yeah, Antonio Brown got knocked out and that drove him crazy. He been nuts ever since. He never recovered from that hit. And then Pac-Man Jones got like a 15-yard penalty. The game was over. They had won. And then they put them right in field goal range. It was crazy. And they just cannot beat the Steelers. And he's like, yeah, it was on Pac-Man. That's true. I was like, I remember. The game was over. I couldn't believe it. I had bet the Steelers, so I was happy, but I remember that game was over. And Pac-Man he got a temper, and they got a 15-yard flag on him, and they were out the playoff. Burbick and Pac-Man. Back to back 15-yard penalties. And I was just like, I feel bad for Marvin Harris. Marvin Lewis, he had that job for like 15,000 years. I think he just gave that job up because he had that job forever. And I was like, I can't blame the coach for that. I gotta find that one NFL game where that funny thing happened, man. That was the funniest thing ever. I think he got hit and bumped off the tackle. he got confused when he did a spin and got hit and started running in the wrong direction. He was going the opposite way. Oh, that's the most embarrassing play in football. He went the other way. And everybody's like, and it was so funny. His teammates were trying to tackle him. The other team was blocking for him. It's the funniest play in football history. He was killing that game as a running back. He was killing that whole game. And something happened. It was just like, boom, he just got turned around. And next thing you know, he's going towards the wrong way. It was like, wait a minute, he's going the wrong way.
I think I've seen that play before.
And the other team is blocking for him. They was like running. He think they trying to catch him. They block him. His own teammates is trying to tackle. And when he scored, the other team was jumping up and down. Man, I have got to. He said, yeah, that's true. He ran the opposite way. Man, I had never seen that. Oh, butt fumble is a classic too. The butt fumble. That ruined his career. He knocked himself out going into somebody's butt. The butt fumble. They were trying to there. Just the most bizarre play. I just don't know what's going on with that guy. He lost his girlfriend. He lost everything because of the butt fumble. Oh man, that is hilarious. I have no idea what he was thinking. And he just like, it's like he didn't look. He just ran right into his butt. Poof, and knocked himself out and dropped the ball. Butt fumble. Oh, Leon Lett. But yeah, they had already won the Super Bowl. But yeah, they would have broke a record had he actually scored that touchdown and Don Beebe knocked the ball out of bounds and got that safety. And they would have broke the record, like the most points or whatever, had he did that. But he tried to show off and take the ball, walk the ball across the end zone in the Super Bowl, and Don Beebe slapped that ball out of bounds. And next thing you know, it was a safety. And they had to punt the ball away. It was Leon. Then, wasn't that Leon Lett, the doggone snow game, when the game was over and then he tried to pick the ball up on Thanksgiving night? Mark Dirty Sanchez. Oh, man.
That jackpot more times and
Yeah, I know it. You turning into a gambler. We got to get this out your system early.
I don't know, I might play something else. I want you to
You having to drag you out of casinos.
There's one basketball game you can play against me, and it's the Connect 4 one.
Oh yeah.
I want to play you against that.
That's the game I whooped Gavin on.
It isn't gonna be the same because I'm a better shooter. Watch out.
Uh-oh. Woo. Look at him, still quick. Thanksgiving, y'all keep forgetting Thanksgiving is coming up. All right. Gonna come here.
I want to combine every single one on this card.
Okay, we'll let him know. Hey, he wants to combine all his cards. He's got like